WXII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
Deputies in Rockingham County are looking for the man they say is armed and dangerous who shot a man, and that man is still fighting for his life. I'm Steve King with the latest on the search for Jordan Dickerson.
Plus, dozens of new jobs are coming to the Triad, when they start and how much they're paying next.
And as the city of Winston-Salem prepares to rename its fair, find out how many people bought Dixie Classic Fair merchandise in its final year being called that.
But first at 6, a big change in our weather is coming.
And wind is picking up. It was downright chilly for some folks here this morning. We're also seeing quite a bit of rain. For the very latest in the hours and days ahead, Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope joins us now. Lainey.
Yeah, we got exactly what we needed and wanted, right? The rain first, and now we're going to have to deal with the wind and the cold that's coming in behind it. There's the front pushing through the Triad right now, the cold air out here where temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. Right now, we're already seeing some 50s creeping into the mountains. It'll take a little bit longer for it to kind of spill east of the mountains, so low 60s right now in Winston-Salem and Greensboro, but the winds are up. They've been blowing an average of 15 to 30 miles an hour out of the northwest, and we've had some higher gusts, especially along the mountain ridges where gusts have been closer to 40 miles an hour. You see the visible satellite picture. It shows you that the clouds are moving out, and we have had rapid clearing this afternoon. If you've got evening plans, the temperatures are dropping. Once the sun goes down around 9 o'clock, our numbers are in the 40s and 50s, but when you factor in the wind, you're going to want to dress for 30s and 40s this evening. Tomorrow morning, temperatures are the coldest so far this season. 43 in the Triad, 37 in the mountains, but feels like temperatures will likely be in the 20s in our mountain communities.
Lainey, thank you very much. Happening now, deputies in Rockingham County are trying to find a man accused in a shooting in Ruffin. The person who was shot is in really bad shape in the hospital.
Our Steve King joins us live from the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office with more on the search for Jordan Dickerson. What can you tell us, Steve?
Talitha, police say that if you see Jordan Dickerson, you should call them right away. He is considered armed and dangerous. Here's a picture of him right here. He's a 28-year-old man from Pelham, which is in Caswell County. Now, police say that Dickerson shot 40-year-old Deontay Hardin at around 12:30 a.m. at this mobile home park on Trailer Drive in Ruffin. Investigators say Dickerson and Hardin got into a fight, and Dickerson shot Hardin while Hardin was trying to drive away in his vehicle. Right now, Hardin is at a local hospital fighting for his life. Dickerson is also wanted for various other charges, including second-degree kidnapping, 2 counts of that, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Again, he is considered armed and dangerous, so if anybody sees him, they should not approach him. They should just call law enforcement right away. Reporting live in Rockingham County from the Sheriff's Office, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Thank you so much, Steve. We are getting new information on an attempted robbery at a business in Davidson County where investigators tell us shots were fired by both the suspect and the employee inside. It happened just after 7 o'clock this morning at the Little Fish House located on National Highway in Thomasville, where deputies tell us the suspect tried to make their way into the restaurant, then fired a shot into the building. That's when deputies say an employee fired back. It is not known if the suspect was hit. The sheriff's office is now working on releasing some images of that very robbery.
In Randolph County, a man is behind bars tonight in a sex abuse case. The suspect here, 31-year-old Dwayne Payne of Seagrove, is facing 27 counts of third-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Payne was given a $40,000 secured bond. He appeared for the charges this past Friday and is now awaiting a court date. The sheriff's office says additional charges are still possible.
85 new jobs are coming to Eden after the city's largest private employer announced it is expanding its operations in the city. Eden city leaders and Rockingham County officials made the announcement at a public meeting in Eden this morning. They are there discussing Gillen Yarn's purchase of the old yarn spinning plant, which they plan to repurpose into their own facility. Another textile company foreclosed on the property in the last year. Eden leaders say that thousands of manufacturing jobs have left the city in the last 5 years, so this announcement is a big deal for Eden.
It's just a good sign that things are coming back at all, and this is a great start. It's positive direction, some good news for the city, and job opportunities, reinvestment in the community, and it's a great day for the city of Eden.
Indeed, the new jobs will have an average salary of more than $37,000. The new yarn spinning plant is expected to be in operation in the first part of next year.
We're continuing to follow developments in the new naming process of the Dixie Classic Fair. Here's where things stand. Next week, on Monday, the City Council is expected to vote on officially naming it the Carolina Classic Fair. A City Council committee approved that suggested name yesterday. As we mentioned, that next City Council meeting is just now days away.
And as the new name of the Dixie Classic Fair remains up in the air for now, fairgoers this year were really eager to get their hands on whatever merchandise that they could before the fair as we know it is gone, the name at least.
It makes sense as you think about it. WXII 12's Kirsten Gutierrez explains this year's sales of merchandise were the best they have ever been.
For 137 years, the Dixie Classic Fair has been up and running. But this year, merchandise sales spiked a 1,200% increase, breaking all the records. More than 290,000 people went to the fair this year. Organizers expected even more, but say Sunday's rain kept many fairgoers away.
Had we not had the rain, I think we probably would have seen amazing attendance, but we had incredible advance ticket sales this year, well above what our averages are.
On top of that, merchandise sales made it hard for organizers to keep up.
We knew that we needed more merchandise this year because of the fact that the name will be changing next year. And so we initially ordered about 4 times the amount of merchandise that we normally go through. Well, we went through all of that merchandise in just the first weekend and then went into the process of reordering.
From t-shirts and sweatshirts to hockey pucks, mason jars, cookbooks, and ball caps, it all sold fast.
Last year we sold in total about $3,000 worth of merchandise over the course of 10 days. This year we sold $45,000 worth of merchandise. So there is a huge difference in the amount of merchandise that was sold. I think people definitely wanted to collect a little piece of nostalgia and, you know, have the logo around for the rest of their lives.
As for the new name, a City Council committee approved Carolina Classic Fair. But it still needs final approval from the full City Council. That vote will be Monday. While this fair is over, packed up and gone, organizers are looking forward to the next generation of the Dixie Classic Fair. In Winston-Salem, Kirsten Gutierrez, WXII 12 News.
All right, thank you so much, Kirsten. And although a record-breaking amount of merchandise was sold, there are still a few items left like sweatshirts, t-shirts, and cookbooks. If you would like to purchase what is left of the Dixie Classic Fair memorabilia, just call the fair office. That number is, and information is on our website, WXII12.com.
Well, tonight we know the cause of the 2-alarm fire at Haynes Mall early this morning. It occurred in the kitchen of TGI Fridays. The Winston-Salem Fire Department says an accumulation of grease in a cooking exhaust ductwork section caused that fire. It took about 50 firefighters to get the whole thing under control. The flames were contained to the ventilation system, and thankfully no one was hurt.
To Commitment 2020 now, there are new fundraising numbers in the race for U.S. Senate. Republican incumbent Tom Tillis raised the most money in the past 3 months. He raised about $1.2 million and had almost $5 million in cash on hand as of September 30th. One of his Democratic opponents, Cal Cunningham, reported raising about $1 million in the past 3 months and having $1.1 million on hand in cash.
ESPN college basketball analyst and former Duke standout Jay Billis joined North Carolina Congressman Mark Walker today in our nation's capital to show their support for a bill that, if it becomes law, would enable student athletes to make money off of their likenesses.
In March, Congressman Walker introduced a bill that would allow student athletes to profit off of the use of their name, image, and likeness. Current NCAA rules do not allow that.
Billis has been the most outspoken supporters of a system that would allow colleges to pay players.
I believe in sports and the power of sports. I also believe in college sports. I believe in education. But I also believe in money. And education and money are not mutually exclusive. This is not amateur sports. Amateur sports don't make billions of dollars. Amateur sports don't pay their coaches millions of dollars. They don't have multi-billion-dollar media deals and have their games on every single night. And they don't have apparel deals where the players are unpaid billboards for the apparel companies.
Congressman Walker invited several former college athletes to today's roundtable in D.C. Looking ahead, an organization started by NBA star Chris Paul is helping out some children right here in the Piedmont Triad. The Chris Paul Family Foundation is teaming up with Shoes That Fit to give away 500 new pairs of shoes to students at North Hills Elementary School in Winston-Salem. This is happening tomorrow afternoon. Paul, a 9-time NBA All-Star, says he can't be there in person, but he knows there are going to be a lot of smiles on the faces of little boys and girls at North. Chris Paul graduated from West Forsyth High School and then played his college ball at Wake Forest.